A circus wouldn't be a circus without its clowns. But try telling that to one local council. Tonight, the granny at the centre of a bitter row over Carl the clown.
Having grandkids and that, yeah, it's just, you know, perfect to have a huge clown in your front yard.
Carl the clown has seen better days.
Oh, he's very majestic, very colourful. He's like huge, 12-foot, thumbs up. Like, yeah, he's amazing to look at.
Inflated last week to promote the imminent arrival of the Moscow circus to Noosa. Now Carl is a saggy sack of his former self.
You know, 2 years we've had this whole COVID thing and it was something to make people smile again.
Tanya Stevens jumped at the chance to host Carl in her front yard in exchange for free tickets when the circus approached.
We were out in the front yard and they were like, hey, the circus is coming to town. Like, would you like to, pop a big clown up in your front yard? And we were like, of course we will. Why would we not?
But after just 5 days of Carl standing proud and waving in the wind, the Fun Police arrived, stating Carl was in breach of Noosa Council bylaws.
The circus people approached me again and they were like, the clown's going to come, it's got to come down. And I'm like, oh, no, why? And they're like, well, the council have told us that we can't have the clowns up.
Send in the clown.
The local laws brought in 2020 ban all third-party advertising, even on private property. The laws also restrict event organisers from having more than 6 signs in the local area, and they must all be smaller than 1 metre.
Isn't it rich?
What have you been told if you try and inflate Carl?
Okay, so I was told by one councillor that I could cop a fine because he's actually in my yard and I'm advertising for a third party.
So 12-foot Carl is now sadly sitting slumped in the front yard, deflated, much like the locals.
Very sad for our local community that, you know, with the past 2 years with COVID and lockdown, it's nice to see something bright and colourful and cheery.
We loved Carl. Actually, you know, how often do you see a clown in a front yard?
Carl, I love Carl. I don't know why they got rid of him. Bloody council.
The blow-up clowns are our #1 form of advertising when we do surveys.
Mark Edgley from the Moscow Circus says it's the first time back in Noosa in a decade and feel the council could make exceptions to the rules.
We provide a lot of interest and family fun to the community, and maybe they should just rethink their policies within the outdoor advertising, especially stuff like this.
Should Carl be reinflated?
I think he should. Poor Carl. I know, just lighten up.
Send in the clowns.
Oh, poor Carl. You can't have a deflated Carl. Yep, the Fun Police at their finest.